My name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. We have got the first coat application done. Sorry we didn't have you on camera for that. I will do a smaller screen where I'm going to do the first and second because the screen was just a little big. And again, the video would have took way too long to do it. So this is the first application. So finding out, it's only going to take two. So it's the first coat, and then you put the second coat, which is the finisher. So we're going to do a smaller screen, and we're going to do that one first and second. This is just was too big. All right, so I'm going to finish and put the second application on, and then after that, we're done, and you'll get a chance to see that part right there. So let me get everything set up. Taco screen's done. It's over there. Paint sprayer there. And let's get this finished off. Yeah, I know I'm still not feeling too well, but like I said, I like to get things done because it bugs me. And I'm sitting there trying to relax in the back of my head like, you know, you got to get this done. You got to get this done. You got to get this done. So we're getting it done. That's that part of me to push, 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 push. Get it done, regardless if I'm sick or whatever. Get it done. So I'm just taking my time with this. Get the legs out. Let's get this coated. So the reason why we requested 3 because when we first got the screen, remember, you know, we was designing it to be front and rear. And when you do front and rear applications, usually the first time we developed front and rear, it was just coat the screen, boom, you were done. But some people we're doing business with didn't want the screen to be that dark. So we put it in an application where they can adjust it. And nobody thought that's how this one was going to come out. But no, the screen came out like super dark and you couldn't transfer through it. Now, can we make a transfer version of it? Yeah, we can. Just have to make sure we don't put what we put in it last time to get this result. But that result works out fantastic. Let me make sure we got everything locked in. I think I might just take this out like this and do it this way, because this is much easier for me to have the racks here. Or just take, no, just take it out and do it that way. I'm standing up a little lower though. Screen's a little bit lower that way. So we'll leave the racks here and we'll step outside. Taco's screen is done. So I gotta get his screen hung up for demonstration. Let me go grab some stuff real quick. And upstairs, I just realized I made a mistake in the title. It's supposed to be 40, it's a 42, not a 39. I'm so used to putting 39 in everything. All right, so I'm going to take this outside. Now, something else I noticed too, that it doesn't run, which I'm expecting it to run, but it didn't run, so that's good. I'll explain that to you later about the running part. So let's get this buckets on, so I can get it outside. Leave this right here. That should be good right there. So usually when you're coating the screen, especially if it has to be sprayed on, the application is going to be a bit milky. And when you're lifting up the screen to transfer it, I have to pick it up where it's sideways. So I mean, pick it up just like that. So you don't want to run the risk of getting drip lines in your screen, and then later on, that's going to show up on your screen. But it didn't drip at all, period. So that's pretty good. let's get our buckets and stuff. Let's take y'all outside. So I'll go outside. And we can get the screen and everything set up. That's why it's so much faster for me to do stuff. Not to be rude, but sometimes it's so much faster for me to do stuff where the camera's not involved. And everything documented. Everything's got to be documented. I swear, man. So today we're doing a lot. I'm doing a lot of business calls today, and I swear, people, some of these big companies out here. Well, there's a company we're dealing with right now. It's something to do with something completely different, not screens at all. Something we have to work with. Somebody we're filing a lawsuit against for doing something stupid. So we filed these documents in 2019. And they're trying to tell us that they can't find the documents. They see them, but they can't find them. So they can't see it on their computer. I got to go to this email some dude and some supervisor, and he's going to send us the paperwork. So I'm like, why can't we just call him and talk to him? Oh no, you can only email him. You can only email him. Man, where are you guys located at? Well, we're located such and such and so. All right, we're going to play your game. We're going to email you. If I don't see anything in a week or so, I'll start making some phone calls, which means that we pay you a visit, or the attorneys do, which one you want at the end of the day. It's funny when you mention the word lawyer, how fast things come together so easily. You're trying to hide information from us, but we're going to get our information. That we are. Because again, if I take someone to court, I don't like to lose. We don't have our info. I can't stand it. Come on, man. We're in the digital era. I can dig up emails from God knows when. And you're going to tell me you can't dig up emails? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? They can take a senator, they can take someone to court, a politician, and they can dig up emails from 14 years ago off your computer, even deleted files. And you're going to tell me that you can't even find an email that you have sitting on your system. So the excuse is that, oh, we changed over the system to something new. We don't have those files on record. Please. You can find deleted emails at the end of the day. Dig up people's deleted emails, easy. They got to go somewhere. Nothing disappears forever. That's the virtue and policy. You believe that's a lie. So anything you stick in your freaking wastebasket and you think it disappears as some magical, no, it doesn't. You can dig people stuff up anyway. That's bullcrap. It goes somewhere. All right, let's coat this. Get this done so we can be done. Well, you know, protocol. They feed you bullcrap because they figure that you're going to take it.
could have had it like that. I'm going to take that a little better. Turn it off and turn it on. No, we're done. I'm just having some fun. This is relaxing for me. It's relaxing for me. You want to hear something funny?
We have people that come in the room, then the minute they hear me walking around the camera, they try to disappear. Again, digital age people. All right. It's kind of like, you know how you go on eBay and you look for something, then you go on Facebook and you see the same thing you was looking at just about a few minutes ago, but it happens to pop up. Yeah.
Okay.
Understand this. You're more than welcome to come here and watch. I have no problem with that. Naysayers, you're welcome. You can come here. You can watch. We do things differently here. I understand places that you used to be in ads, it's the same old thing every single day. We do things differently down here. We like to design new stuff every day because we get bored. So you're welcome to come down here, learn a few things, I mean, even though I can't put the comments on because some of you guys really don't know how to control yourselves at the end of the day. But you can come in and watch. Don't feel guilty about it. It's okay. We accept everybody. I swear, you gotta love the humor of these companies sometimes. We got a new system, we can't find the file. Are you stupid at the end of the day? That's what they call an archives is for. You go to City Hall and you dig us up on properties from way, way, way back. You found out everything about if someone was killed on it or murdered on it, if they had some kind of rituals on it, you can find anything you want. Like, yeah, we changed over our systems. We can't find. Yeah, right. I guess you thought it was born yesterday. Don't feed me that dumb protocol at the end of the day. We can't find it. This is how you look up the history on the property. How long has it been? How old has it been? What's been living on it before you was on there? All kinds of stuff. They have to have all that stuff in the archives somewhere. You can even go to our library and find old newspaper clippings and all kinds of crazy stuff. As a matter of fact, there's a friend of mine who was going to buy this house. I think it was in Buckingham Township, and it was a big house, big old house. I'm talking big, big, big house. Over 4,000 square feet, way over 4,000 square feet. Bathroom might have been at least about the size of a master bedroom. It was a big, big, big house. And I'm talking it had 75 acres of land, it had horse stables, had everything on it, right? So he fell in love with this property. But the house had a crescent on the front of the gate. There's an interesting crescent on the front of the gate. It's a family crescent. So the kids, of course, the older people at the property, they died. And the kids got a hold of the property. So they decided they're going to sell it off. But when you have houses that old, usually there's a mausoleum somewhere in the house. See, because the house is historical, and depending on how far it goes back, they can't remove the bodies, which means they're still in the house. Now, they can go in and they can seal the wall up where the mausoleum was at. They could do that. But again, because the house is historical, has painted a certain way, you have to upkeep it a certain way because it's historical, they can't remove the bodies. So they never told them that there was an actual cemetery in the house somewhere at all. What he did was he went in, he looked up the crescent on the gate and went back to the family history and found that around that time when that house was built in that era, people buried the dead in their house. Isn't that kind of crazy right there? You buried the dead in your house? That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. So there was something like over 300 bodies. There was a lot of bodies in there, and he couldn't remove them. So he was like, nope, I don't want it. And the house was going for like really cheap. I mean, really, really cheap. Because nobody would touch it. There are certain properties that, you ever seen on YouTube, that they're like $1 million properties that nobody will go near with a 10-foot pole. They won't go touch it. And they're still sitting there. And nobody won't go near them. They won't buy them. And they can mark that property down to it could be a $30, $40 million mansion. They can mark it down to $2 and they still won't buy it. So, yeah, that big old house sitting up there in Buckingham Township, I think it is. Yeah, they can't get rid of the house because they can't remove the bodies. And even if they did remove the bodies, would you still want the house? That's an undisturbed grave at the end of the day. You don't know what kind of craziness might be popping up. people paid more attention and read the Bible more, you would understand that there is no such thing as Casper the Friendly Ghost at the end of the day. That does not exist, people. What I know, and everybody has their own opinion how they view it, but how I see it is, it says it right there in the book. It says that when the body passes, the soul goes back to which it belongs to, and the body goes back to the primal dust from which it came, which means you were brought up from the dust. That's where you came from, and that's where you return. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. What belongs to God goes to God. You're on borrowed time. All this is borrowed time. None of this is yours. You're not taking it with you when you go. It's not yours. It will stay here for somebody else. That's why I stopped collecting. I used to be a big time collector. Collected this, collected that. When you're young, you don't think about it, but then as you get older, you realize that you ain't none of this coming with you. It's going to stay here on the earth. And somebody else is going to pick it up, and it's going to become their collection. All the collection of items I have, I think about how many hands it passed through when somebody actually said it was mine, and it never was theirs to begin with. Just like when I sit there and look at my collection and say it's mine, but when I pass on it, it will go to somebody else, and it'll be theirs. That's why I like that part in the Bible that says, toil under the sun. Man works by the sweat of his brow just to give to another. You don't heap up your treasures on the earth. You heap up your treasures and up with the Lord. That's why I don't chase money. Because money doesn't go with you. So, that's the problem with people. They get obsessed with the things on the earth and they lose their salvation, worrying about chasing the money. If you chase God, God will bless you with what you need. That's all that matters. Nothing else matters except for Him. And that's what people don't understand. Now, speaking about the things on the earth, yeah. We know when we start talking about this, people start leaving the room. I expect the devil to leave. The devil don't want to be around. He don't want to hear this. And again, we don't care. We basically, if people want to leave and don't want to hear, I still going to speak, still going to preach. It don't make a difference. But when people sit there and say, oh, that's Franklin. Franklin's been with us forever, so and so and so. That is not Franklin at the end of the day. That's a fallen angel you got sitting up in your house. That's what you got. Your body, when we pass, it goes back to the dust, in which the soul, which belongs to God, goes to God. So whatever you got walking around in your house isn't who you think it is. It's called a fallen angel. That's what you have. Because they're the only ones that can take a form of a person and act like that person. I said Satan can come down like an angel, the face of an angel, and you wouldn't even know. And Christians will know. We always see that wolf in sheep clothing, that serpent. And we had some idiot one time bragging about how strong the devil was. Well, you ain't too smart, are you? Nope. You definitely ain't too smart. I could never understand that. People who put the mark of the beast right next to their tag. And at the end of the day, that makes you look strong. It makes you look weak. It makes you look like an idiot. And I'll tell you why. The devil tried to overthrow heaven. Try to take heaven. Now imagine if you're fighting a skilled fighter that can read your mind, that can tell everything you're going to do before you even do it. How do you beat an enemy like that? How do you beat a warrior like that? You don't. You lose. That's what happens. And that's what Lucifer tried to do. Lucifer tried to take over heaven. You got a chance to be God's right-hand angel. Boy, what an honor that must have been. And you get greedy. And what happened? You got cast out of heaven. You went from a beautiful angel to something completely hideous. Couldn't imagine what that ugly thing looks like. And you got thrown on the earth. And still with all that arrogance, you think you have power, and you have nothing. So at the end of the day, we consider the devil to be a coward, because every time I mention him, he leaves. All right, our screen's done. I'm going to dry this up. And I'd rather be upstairs where it's nice and cool. Down here it's cool because I can know the difference between here and outside. And the air is a little bit better. But yesterday, whew, man, it's like breathing through a wet hot towel. Ouch, I landed right directly on my foot. All right, so I got the customers' tracking numbers to go out today. Email them, let them know that I send tracking numbers out. Me up early in the morning and get their screens blasted because I want to be early where it's nice and cool. So remember I told you about the surface, how when you spray it and coat it, how it comes out nice and smooth? That's how it comes out. Nice and smooth. Once that dries, I'll take it upstairs. I'm going to have some fun with it. I want to be down here, but like I said, breathing down here isn't so good. And I want to be upstairs where it's nice and cool. Top of the screen is done. I'm happy about that. That screen's finishing up. And we're done. I know I heard water running. I was like, why is the water running? Got my... Put them all for the other guys. Get them finished. All right, this one fellow, I'll never forget this guy. He wanted us to not talk about God in our demonstrations. He didn't want us to put God is amazing on our page, nothing. He was an atheist. And he felt that if I put God is amazing on all my videos and I gave praise and glory to God, I was basically rubbing it in his face. That's how he felt. So we dropped him. We got rid of him. And he couldn't understand why. Like, oh, you're going to drop me? I couldn't care what you have at the end of the day. I don't care how many views you got. I don't care this, that, and the other. I don't care. God comes first. If you don't like it, kick rocks. And that's what we did. We blocked him. Dropped him, got rid of him. Just like that. Without a thought. God comes first. And if you feel that you want me to remove my Lord and Savior, the one who gave us this technology to begin with, to stab him in the back, to be like you, no, I'll pass. You'd be surprised, man, some of the stupidest advice that I have gotten down through time from people. I'm talking about people I've done business with. Just stuff to look at them like, what the freak is wrong with you? I had 2 people tell me this one. Sorry, people, but I'm going to say it, and it is what it is. It is what it is. It's some of the crazy stuff I've heard. I had somebody tell me, and this is messed up too. It is pretty messed up. That I should have a Caucasian woman advertising my products because I would sell more. And this was an African American telling me this. What the freak, man. You just gotta just look at them and go, you know what? Automatically from the door, this is why I know from the door. This is why I don't sign contracts right away. You just look at them and go, well, this one's going. This one's going definitely today. That shouldn't be an issue. It shouldn't be an issue if it's Chinese, whatever race it is. It shouldn't be an issue for you to sell a product. If that person has an issue with the color of your skin, then don't buy my stuff. That's all. Go someplace else. It doesn't make a difference if it's black, white, Puerto Rican, Chinese, or whatever. But to say that you should have someone else of a different color selling your product because you want to no. I'm sorry. That rubs me the wrong way. So that person right there, canceled. We're done. This is where people say, well, you know, these people got connections, you got to settle. No, we don't settle out. We don't do that. God will bless me for what I need, and that's all that matters. Everything else is not worth my time. And I don't care what you have. I said at the end of the day, I don't care what you have, what you own, how much money you make. I don't care at the end of the day. You have nothing that you can offer me, not a thing. What you're going to do, offer me riches, diamonds, fancy cars, blah, blah, blah? No. So I can get caught up in that nonsense and lose my soul with God. No, I'm good. I'm happy where I'm at. We're blessed to have everything we need. Now we got that new technology downstairs. We got 3 other more technologies we're developing. Ah, man, God is good. So no, we don't need it. That's when we have people coming to send us dumb emails about fake offers. Man, we see through all that nonsense. God is my protector. I see all that nonsense coming before it comes up. We see y'all coming a mile away. When you act like that, you serve the devil, and I see the devil. Ain't that right, Taco 2.0? Bam, Taco 2.0! All right, people, we're out of here. Got to go. When the screen is all ready, we'll have it set up, and we'll have some fun with it. Until then, I need a bowl of cereal and some cartoons. That's what we need. Taco. Craig in the Creek, right? All right, Craig in the Creek. We're going to watch some cartoons, and he has milk, I have cereal. So that's how it works. All right, people, got to go. Thank you all, and God bless. I love my Lord. I love him.